All right. Well, we're about to start, and we are going to be speaking tonight on Facebook ads and video, and how you can use video to escalate your Facebook ads campaigns. And so we'll start in a few minutes' time. We'll just wait for more people to get on. But look, tonight it's really about Q&A. It's about answering questions, and showing you what I've been doing over the last few months, and just to see and showing you what's been working. And I think that's really the most important thing for you guys to get out tonight. So before we start, let me just change a couple of settings. Just let me know if you can. I'm just going to share my screen. So just let me know if you can see my screen. It should say how to use video to turbocharge your Facebook ads. All right. Okay, great. So here, so if you can just put in the chat, let me just get the chat up. Just let me know if you can see my screen. If you got any questions, just type it in the chat. So I'll also share my video. Okay, great. So let me know if you can see me and if you can see my screen. It says how to use video to turbocharge your Facebook ads. And also let me know if you can, hear me? So all of those things at once. So I think, and Andre put his hand up, said he can hear. All right, so I'm assuming now that you guys can hear, you can see, and you can, see me and you can see my screen. So tonight's going to be a good night, because I'm going to show you something that's really the foundation of everything I've been doing over the last 6 months or so on Facebook, and getting really, really good results. But it's not just about Facebook. It's also about a holistic marketing plan. And having a holistic marketing plan is much more important than just knowing how to run Facebook ads. Because unfortunately, what so many people do is they see a new shiny object and they run towards that shiny object, and then they see another one and they run towards that one, and then another one. And the space we're in with online marketing, there's so much that you could be doing. Unfortunately, that's also the biggest problem with making it work. You need to focus, and you need to make sure that what you're doing, number one, is going to work, and number two, you do it for long enough to give you the opportunity for it to work. So today I'm going to, tonight I'm going to show you exactly the strategy that I think works. Remember, you got to know, one, does the strategy work? Is it going to work for you? Is it going to get the result? And two, you've just got to keep executing, even when you don't feel like it, even when the latest shiny object comes. And if that's TikTok for you, then get rid of TikTok. If that's some sort of LinkedIn campaign where you're emailing people multiple times, if you know your strategy works, you just got to ignore that. Okay, so today's about video, today's about Facebook. What I'm about to show you now is also about something more than that. So Facebook is a very, very important part of the strategy, but it is only one part of the strategy. Okay, so what I really would like tonight, to make it a little bit better for me, but also make it much better for you, is if you can ask questions. I know that you guys sitting there will have lots of questions. Type them into the chat. I won't embarrass you if that's what you're scared of. I might say your name, but no one knows who you are. But ask questions. Like, you will get more out of me by asking questions in the chat, and I will answer it, and I'll clarify to make sure that I'm answering the right questions, than just watching me here present. Because it's the questions you ask and the answers I give that will be much better than just a presentation that I give. Okay, and I know that for a fact. Okay. So let's start. This is probably going to go for about half an hour or so, and then we're going to open up to more questions. So if you don't want to type your questions in as we go, I just type them in. I'll answer them when I can. But if you don't, at the end, I'll give you lots more time. Okay, so you're ready to go. Put your hand up if you're ready to go. Say yes if you're ready to go in the chat. Good, Lewis. is ready to go. Anyone else? No one else? Just put yes in the chat. If you don't want to do that, put Y in the chat. Put something in. I'm looking at the chat. I can't see anything happening. Okay, great. Andre, let's do this. Awesome. Okay, so I am excited because I've been living and breathing this stuff for the last long time. Wow, my mouse just died. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my iPad. All right, so tell me if you can see my iPad. Yeah, you should be able to see it. I can see it. Okay, so you can see my iPad. All right, so this here is the marketing roadmap blueprint. So I've got to say, over the last 15 years, I have been doing, you know, a lot of work in online marketing and lead generation and sales. And I've got to say that this is the culmination of all of that. You know, the ability to generate a lead, nurture the lead, and close that lead so they become a new client of yours. This is the blueprint that will make that happen. And it's really a mixture of everything, a lot of things you probably know, but tonight you're going to see it actually, how it comes together. And tonight we're going to show you how the video actually makes a big difference with all of this, and how video is really the cornerstone of this. So let me go through this with you very quickly. And I'll just say, over the next few weeks, we're going to be going deeper into different sections of this. Today, we're going into the video component, but later on, we're going to go into other sections. But let me just show you this very quickly, just as an overview. If you look here, the Facebook ad. So you put a Facebook ad on Facebook, and what you're doing is you're promoting a lead magnet, okay? Some free offer that someone can download. And when they download it, you get their email address and phone number and name. What happens is, as soon as they download it, on the thank you page, we put a quiz on that thank you page. And that quiz is there to help people understand that there's a big gap between where they are and where they want to be. And that gap is what your business helps them fill. Okay, and so that's what the quiz does. Now the quiz, if they fill in that quiz, at the end of it, we ask them, hey, do you want to go through the answers to this quiz with someone? Because we give them a score. And if you do, why don't you book in a discovery call? Okay, so that discovery call is where you want to get them on. It's normally about 15 minutes. And then at the discovery call, you qualify them, put them into a delivery meeting, and that's probably, 1 hour, and that's 15 minutes. And then at the end of that, they become a new client, okay? So they become a new client of yours. So that's the quickest way someone can go. They hop, scotch, and they go down that way. Now, most people aren't going to go that quickly through the funnel, but it does happen, okay? It's normal. It happens all the time. But what happens if someone they hit the Facebook ad, they download the lead magnet, they fill in the quiz, or they don't fill in the quiz? What do they do here? Well, in week 1, what we do is you follow up with people, okay? And you might SMS them, you might phone them. Some of you will phone, and you'll definitely send an email or two to try and get them. And where are you getting them? You're getting them into the discovery call. So this whole week you spend trying to get them into the discovery call, but that's all automated. Now, some of you will do phone calls, and I highly recommend it. Some of you won't, okay? Now, what happens in week 2? So you've got their email address. What are you going to do now? So what you do in week 2 is you move down to this stage. And this is where video comes in, and this is where it makes all the difference. So in week 2, what you do is you record a video, okay? So you record one video, and typically you record one per week or one per fortnight or one per month. And I don't mind what the cadence is, but when you create that video, what you do is you convert that video into a Facebook ad. So you record one high quality video that educates your market on something that they need to understand to make a buying decision. And it's pure education. And then at the end of it, you have a call to action to your discovery call. Okay, so you add value and then you have a call to action, the discovery call. Now, that video, you create it, and then you put it into a Facebook ad, and you put that in week 2 of the Facebook ad, okay, of your funnel. So now, forever, when someone signs up, they're going to have a video that they're going to see on Facebook, and that's going to happen every second week that someone signs up for your lead magnet. If they sign up today, in the second week, they're going to have this show that to them on Facebook. It's an ad that's going to show to them, and it's this video, okay? If they sign up in 2 months, in week they'll download the lead magnet, they'll do all this, and in week 2, they'll get the same video, okay? That video will then be shown to them. So you're creating an automated ad that just keeps showing to people in week 2. Then you create a second video, and that's shown to them in week 3, then week 4, then week 5. So that's why you do 1 a week, or 1 per fortnight, or 1 per month, okay? And these videos just keep going in here. Now, what's even better than that is you take the video and you then transcribe the video and you put it in an email, okay? Or you do a short description in your email saying, hey, I got this new video, this is what it covers, and then you put an image of the video with a link where they can click it and they go watch the video, okay? So now what you're doing is in week 2, they're not just getting a video, a Facebook ad, they're also getting an email sent to them in week 2, and it's the same video, okay? Same video that we're showing them. Then what we do is, because we've transcribed the video, so we've got the video, we upload it to a site, it gives us all the words that you've said, or you've written a script and you've verbally said the script into the camera, so you have the script. You then put it into a blog post, okay? So now you have a Facebook ad that's showing in week 2, an email that goes out in week 2 after they sign up for your lead magnet, and a blog post that's now on your blog, and it's really good for SEO, okay? We then put it on YouTube, and YouTube is the 2nd largest search engine in the world, owned by Google. And so we embed that video into your blog post. And so now when Google wants to show, it's looking for blog posts and content to show people, if you have a YouTube video embedded in your blog post, it raises it higher in the Google search results. Okay. Also, when people search in Google, because a lot of people are searching in Google for answers to questions, it'll come up. And then finally, you take that video and we post it to all our social media accounts, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. So what's amazing is that from one, whoops, that was the eraser. From one video, we use it, once, twice, 3, 4, 5 different channels we're using it. But what are we doing with this? We're actually nurturing. We're actually nurturing your leads, because remember, there's actually 4 components to actually making online marketing work. The first is you need to attract. So that's what this does here. You attract through Facebook, you attract through LinkedIn, you attract through partnerships, you attract through Instagram. Then you've got to capture. So that's what the lead magnet does. It captures their contact details. That's 2 steps. They're pretty easy to solve if you know what you're doing, okay? Then the third is nurture, and that's what all of this is. It's all about nurture. It's all about getting someone who you have their details and getting them to book the first call, okay? And that is the key to this video strategy. And then the last component is convert, and that's the last bit. That's the sales bit, where you get them in a first call, a second call, and then you convert them into a client. And most of you, if you're in a service-based business, are already doing these 2 here. The reason we have another call when we use, this online strategy is because you've got to build a bit more trust, and there's a whole thing around it, okay? So that there is the strategy. Now, type into the chat if you have any questions about that, if I've confused you, if you want to know anything, because I'm going to show it to you actually working. I'm going to show you a client of mine who does this every single week, and that just started their business, and I'll talk to you about some of the results they've got. So I'm looking in the chat. Let me know if there's any questions that you have around video, Oh, and before we go to that, let me just talk to you about video. So the best way to record video is with an iPhone. Okay, so you have an iPhone. If you have an iPhone or a good Android phone, this is all you need. Some of you may, what you could also do is have, if you look at that, that's a light. That light probably costs $80 or something off eBay. And what's good about it, I might put it on here, but if you put it on, you can see that the light shines on this half of my face. So typically what's really nice when you do a video is if half your face is lit up. Now that's lit up too much, but if I had my camera on, the camera would dull it down a bit. But you can see that half the face is lit up, half the face is a bit darker, and then you have your camera in front. And so that's all you really need. You just need a bit of light, and you need a camera in front of you. So the light comes in on an angle and lights up half your face. But this camera is the best way to record video. People don't care about the quality of the video. What they care about is the content of what's in it. And I'm not saying, like, if you use an iPhone, like an 11 or 10, or I don't know if they had a 9, but or an 8, the video is good enough. What's not good enough is the audio, though. And people will not forgive audio not being good. So what you want to do with audio is you want to use a lapel mic. So there's just a lapel mic that you can buy. You can get them for like $40 on eBay. Doesn't really matter the quality of the mic. And this mic, you plug it into your iPhone. Okay, so you have to get it, like, you've got this iPhone here with this what do you call it? What is it called? It's a lightning jack. Well, you just get a lightning jack connector, and then this will plug into that connector, so it works. And you just put the lapel mic on, and then you have your camera in front, and you then record yourself, right? So you can put it on a stand, and there's like a stand, and you can hold it up. But don't worry about the technology. Just have a bright room. If you are inside, you don't even need a light. If you stand in front of the window will shine the light on you. The iPhone will be very good for accommodating all of that. That's what iPhones are good for. Plug in the lapel mic. This here is another lapel mic that's pretty cool. It's not a lapel mic. It's called the Rode. What is it called? The Rode. I forget. But anyway, they're two blocks. I guess they're wireless. You put one on you, and you put one as the receiver on the iPhone. You just stick it on. And now you can be really far away, and you don't have to worry about a cable. So this is these are about $280. And then these ones are like, you can get them for like $30, $40, like even $10, but just pay about $40 for it. And so recording is not an issue, right? There's no excuse for you to record. I'm going to show you a client who used an iPhone with a lapel mic, and you look at the quality that he has got, okay? Any questions about equipment? What do you use to hold your iPhone when you are recording your video? That is a very good question. Okay, so you can buy, this is something you can buy off eBay for like $1. And what I do, so there's a few ways you can do it. Let me just give you this, just wait a sec. Okay, so there's a few ways you can do it. This here is one of those stability camera things, and you put it out like that, and it moves. What you do is you put your iPhone on it, and it stabilizes it. Now at the moment it's all wonky because it's not on, but maybe, I don't know if I can turn it on. I just don't know if this is going to work. Yeah, see that? So now it's taking a photo of me, and I can move it around. And I think if I do this, what do I do? Do this. See that? How it just, and what I can do now is I can take a photo, and it'll track me. It tracks my face. So I can see, I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually, if you look here, it's actually tracking me. It's moving, and it's really smooth. I can move it around, and it just moves very smoothly. So then I just hold it out here. I hold it out, and I can just talk, okay? And it's very smooth, and people really don't know that you're doing that. The other thing is you can put this onto a tripod. Get a really cheap tripod, sit it on, and then you can stand in front of it, and you can move, and it'll actually just track you a bit. It'll just follow you around. when it's on properly. So that's one way of doing it. And I think this is about 250 as well. But the other way you do it, and this is why I'd actually recommend you do it, is you get one of these. Let's turn this off. So what you do is you get one of these for $1 from eBay and you clip it in like that. And then that just screws onto a tripod. And so you just put it in front of you and you just get yourself in position and then you just record. There's actually, on the iPhone, there's an app called Teleprompter. Actually, let me go back here. Geez, my mouse died. That's right. Okay, so let me stop the share. Whoops. Okay, let me just share my screen. Desktop. Mouse battery empty. Okay. Okay, is everyone still there? Okay, so what am I doing? Okay, teleprompter. Can you see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? Just let me know if you can see my screen. Okay. Yeah, you can. Okay, good. So teleprompter. This is an amazing app. Prompter. Oh, no, my mouse is, come on. Okay, teleprompter. 3 iPhone app. This, here we go. This here is an amazing app. This is my one client's using. Have a look at this. So I've always been a person who's said the best way to do video is to make a list of bullet points and then just talk. And I've done really well with that. And my clients have, some haven't. Depends on who you are. But I've got this client, I'm going to show you his video. What he does is he writes every word, like writes a script. And then he uses on the iPhone this app. And you can see here that what it does is he imports it in. See the cameras here? And then it imports in the text. And it listens to you, and as you read, it keeps flicking it up. It's all done on the iPhone. So you put the iPhone there, and you just read. And it's so good that I didn't know he did it the first time. And I said, how did you speak so well? Like, it was so natural. And so I'm recommending people now that you write the script out, and then you put it in and you just read it. And it's so much easier, especially if you think you're not good on camera, because you don't have to worry about what you're going to say, and you just have to read it and you just put a bit of expression in. And so I recommend this. If you've got an iPhone, I recommend Video Teleprompter 3. For the Android phone, anyone got an Android? Otherwise, I won't worry about it. If you've got an Android and you really want to know, type it into the chat. Oh, I think someone does have it. Oh, Irene, you've got one. Do you? Did you say yes to that? Okay. So it's a little bit more difficult on a, actually, it's not that bad. On an Android phone, I'll just say teleprompter. Android phone. Okay. It's a little bit more. Yeah, here we go. This guy here is really good on YouTube. It's a little different. See, with Teleprompter 3, it's actually an app that does the recording as well. With the Android, it's not. So where is it? Here it is. This one here. So it's an external app that sits on your phone, sits over the top of your camera app. Okay, and wow, that's not it. It's the other one.
So I saw that you checked out my train on how to go to online. Here's our roundup of the.
Okay, let me just click this. Teleprompter. It's Nano, I think. Yeah. So this one here, it sits over the top of your screen, but it's good. It works. It's not. So Teleprompter 3 is an actual app that does the recording and has the teleprompter. This one you have to put over the top of your screen. And I've got a client that, you know, he's like 65 and he's doing it, and he said, no, it's fine. Like, he's not great at technology, and he got it to work. So that's the other that's what I'd recommend. Teleprompter is really, really important if you want to do it that way. I still do videos. Actually, I haven't done a script yet where I've written it and read it, even though I think I want to do it because it's so much easier for me just to talk. But I've got to get a bit more disciplined with it. But at the end of the day, my videos still work. Now, let me show you something of how this works, okay? So remember, let's just have a look here. Yeah, so remember we talked about, I'm going to get that screen up with the marketing blueprint on it. Where is it? Marketing blueprint. Why is that? Oh, yeah. Here it is. Okay. So remember over here, we talked about week 1, week 2, week 3, and we were going to show a Facebook ad to people in week 1 and then week 2, week 3. Let me show you. This is a client here, Amplify Your Practice. So this is his top of the funnel. This is his ad that gets people to sign up, right? It's called the GP referral script. So he's basically he's a coach for people who have healthcare practices, and he's giving away this script that helps him get referrals from GPs. It's amazing. It's doing really well. And then in week 2, they get this one. It's called Tech Tools. And week 3, they get this one. And week 4, they get these. These are all videos. So let's click on this one, and I'll show you the actual video. So this is we're retargeting from 16 to 30 days. So from day 16 to day 30, they're seeing this ad. And here's the actual ad. Excellent. Let's do this one. 25K. All right. Sorry, guys, it's a bit slow. It's worth it, don't worry. It's worth the wait. Here it is. So here, I have no idea why this is so slow. Okay, so let's have a look at this ad. While we do that, so we don't just wait around, let me show you something else. Remember I talked to you about the blog post? Remember the blog post? Well, this is the blog post here. So on the blog, actually, I think this is my computer that's slowing everything down. So these are the blog posts. So the 25K one, if you click on it, you can see that here's his video and here's the script that he wrote. There's the script that we embedded in. Here's his call to action to his discovery call. Here's the video.
I'm going to show you how one campaign.
Actually, let me just want to stop sharing because I can optimize this for audio. I'd like you guys to watch this a little bit. I'll just talk you through it. So share. I want to stop share, and then I'll share again, and then I want to share computer sound and optimize. Okay, let's do this again. This should be better quality. Let me know if this is better quality. Just listen to a few seconds of this.
I'm going to show you how one campaign I ran made 25K in 24 hours in our physiotherapy practice. I know as a practice owner, generating new business is the #1 challenge that I face every day. And I'm going to show you a strategy I use to boost our income immediately on a regular basis. My name's Corey, and I run a...
Okay, so what he did there is he's telling the value to watch the actual video. So he's like, I'm going to show you how to do this, 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 and this in this video. That's what he did there. He took 21 seconds. Normally you have to do it in about 10 seconds. But it's still a great video. Now he's introducing himself, why they should listen.
I run a physio practice, Studio X Phys, and also a coaching company, Amplify Your Practice. So let's dive in.
Let me just do
on
that
a regular basis. My name's Corey and I run a physio practice, Studio X Phys, and also a coaching company, Amplify Your Practice. So let's dive in. On a regular basis.
So he's introduced himself. He's introduced himself, and now what he's going to do is then teach, right? So let's
dive in. You've probably got a database of current and past clients. What you need to know is you are literally sitting.
So what he does now is he teaches. Now it's a bit long, I know, but he teaches. So he's got his get their attention with attention grabbing. This is what I'm going to teach you. Get them excited. Introduce who you are, establish credibility, and then teach. And then at the end, he does his call to action.
You'll get massive awareness. Then simply run your event and provide your promise.
Still teaching.
To make $25,000 in 24 hours, and it's a totally free strategy. Look, if you want help to get these results, then book a strategy call with me today, and I'll help you identify the 3 changes you can make in your business today to take control back and to grow the practice of your dreams. Look forward to hearing from you soon. Have a great day.
Okay, so you can see he had a very strict call to action to the discovery call. Here we give them an opportunity for the discovery call. They can click. And he tells them what the discovery call is all about, and this is where they can book into his calendar. Okay, so remember that people are going to be coming to this page from a Facebook ad, right? So they click the Facebook ad, and here is the Facebook ad. Now, on Facebook, we actually make this a bit different. So for social media, we create a different video. So this video has a title at the top and subtitles at the bottom. So let's just play it for a
while. I'm
going
to show you how one campaign I ran made new business is the #1 challenge.
Oh, so see how the subtitles are there?
And I'm going to show you a strategy I use to boost our income immediately on a regular basis. My name's Corey and I run a physio practice, Studio X Phys.
Okay, so the key with social media is people listen to social media with no sound a lot. Sorry, they watch videos with no sound because they're traveling, they're in the bus. And so that's why the subtitles are really important. So it's the same video. So the middle section here is the same video. We just make it square and put, a title. So it's catchy. People can see, 25K in 24 hours. And then we put subtitles at the bottom where they can actually read it. So, and then this is the Facebook ad here. Okay. And when they click here, they go to that blog post where they can have a very clear call to action to book a discovery call. Okay, so that's how this section works here. And then we then send an email. So have a look here. So they use Keep. And this is the long-term nurture. So basically when someone signs up, they get their lead magnet delivered to them, and then they get their phone calls, and then they go into something we call the long-term nurture. That's the week 2, 3, 4, 5, and then all the way up to 26 or 300 and something, however many you want to do it for. The longer you in your business, the longer that will become. And this is kind of what it looks like. You can see here, wait a day, and then we send the 25K in 24 hours video. Wait 7 days later, the tech tools, 7 days, mentor ideas, okay? And it just keeps going, all right? So we're currently building these out here. He's recorded these 3. We just got to get them all ready to go. What we do is we put a stop here. So stop for 365 days. If someone gets up to here and we haven't built it yet, then we just stop them. And then when we build it, we take that away and they go through, all right? The email looks something like this. So now we're looking at the email that gets sent to them. And you can see pretty quick email. Title, would you like to know how I made it? In this video, I go through the process. Click and watch. Pretty simple. You want them to get to that page because that page is the page that's going to try and get them in a discovery call, okay? So that's there. The blog post I showed you, YouTube video, and you can see it. We just go to YouTube. Click there, we go to YouTube, and you can see he's building up the videos on YouTube.
I'm going to show you how one campaign I ran made 25K.
And here are his videos. And you just keep adding these videos in as you go. Okay, he's got 4, and then he's going to keep adding. So Corey's just started his business. Okay, and the last one is social media. Okay, I won't show the social media, but social media is where you post it to social media. You've got a great video to use on social media. Now you use the square video, the Facebook video here that we have square, we post that to social media as well. Okay, so that's kind of the flow where video fits into the funnel that we build. Now, if you're an e-commerce site, then you use the same strategy. You just have different types of content that you show people once they buy something initially. Okay. Yeah. So any questions so far? What are the different segments of a video? Okay, that's a really good one. So, Louis, I think you're saying, what are the different components? So, let me show you something. My.marketing. So this is the coaching program I have, where we teach people everything, how to do all of this stuff. And I want to show you one of these. I'm happy to give you guys the, where is it, the ad architecture. And then video introduction, the perfect video script. I think that's what you're asking. Just let me know if I'm on the right track, Louis. So these are just examples of clients. These are quite old as well, these ones here. Anyway, so materials and architecture. Oh, I think I'm shaking the screen. Any other questions, guys? About video. Okay, so here we go. Here are the worksheets that when I that's in the program that I have. Let me just, it's not the right one. It's not the right worksheet that I'm looking for. Let's go here. I've got a script. I want to show it to you. I just want to show you how it works. Video equipment. Open that. We should be able to have it on here. Oh, this is ridiculous. My computer is slowing down. I've been having a few issues with it lately. Don't know why. Look, I think this is worth doing. So let me just show you. This is another site I have. I'm just going to get it off that. It's worth it, guys. I'm going to show you something here to show you how to write the perfect script. It's worth the wait. You know, with marketing, everything's a formula. And that's what you got to realize. It's not magic or it's not art. It's a formula. And I'm going to show you the formula. So I've shown you the one formula. See that's a formula. I'm going to show you there's lots of formulas within that to make everything work. And this is another formula that I want to show you. All right, got it. It was worth the wait. Here's a formula on how to write a Facebook ad. Okay. But the one we're looking at here is the script. Okay. So let me download this. Let me download it. I'll go through it with you. Good question, Louis. I wanted to go through this with you anyway. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Okay, so that's a perfect Facebook, the video script. Okay, this is the video script, okay? So let me go through this. We'll blow it up a bit if we can. It's crazy. Why can't we make it bigger? Let me just make it bigger. There we go. Okay, we can make it bigger. Good. All right, let's go to the bottom. That's heaps better, isn't it? Okay, so when you write this, this is kind of the formula that Corey's using. What I will do, CMH, I will give you a copy, but I'm going to give you a copy just of this because I can't give you my whole course. But I will give you a copy of this. I'm going to do it now so I don't have to promise it later. Guys, let me just do this because I know I'm going to do it now. It's going to take 30 more seconds, but I'm sure you'll appreciate me doing it for you. So this is the video script from Marketing Roadmap. I'm going to put it in the chat. Oh, but wait, let me put it in the chat. Why is it doing that? Save chat, panelists, I think panelists and attendees. Okay, hopefully this will work. Okay, what you guys will have to do, I'm just trying to drag this in, it won't go in, I can't believe it. If you give me your email address, because I really don't know who's on here. I can see kind of names for some of you, but I really can't see. I'll email it as soon as I finish this. So put your names in the chat, but try and do it now so I can take a screenshot. Otherwise, I'm going to lose them. So if you want it, put your email address in now, and then I'll take a screenshot and then I'll email you all after. Okay, so let's go through this. Get there. Okay, so number one, you get their attention by asking a question. Another way of doing it is asking a question, but I like the way Corey does it as well. So the question might be, hey, do you, so we're just in this section here. So, hey, did you know that you could, the good question is this, did you know that 97% of the people who go to your website will leave and never return? Like, so that's a great question to ask. And then you can say, in this video, I'm going to show you how to get those 97% of people that never come back to actually come back. Hi, then you go to the, so I've done number two. In this video, I'm going to show you. So tell them what you're going to teach them. I'm going to show you how to get that 97% of people to come back so you don't waste the people that come to your website. Number three, introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Marlon Marisha from the Marketing Roadmap. I help lots of people all around the world create marketing campaigns that actually get results. And I own an agency where I do all my testing in that. Okay. And then you teach the points. Step number one is you need Facebook retargeting. Did you know what that is? Well, Facebook retargeting, if someone hits your website, you can actually then show them an ad to get them back in. Okay. But you can't just do that. You've got to show them an ad, number two, that actually sends them somewhere that will capture their email address. So give them a lead magnet. And number three, so you teach it. Okay. And then number five is tell them the next step you want them to take. So if you found that information really valuable and you feel like you want to do that to your website, then what I suggest you do is actually book in a discovery call with me. And in that discovery call, I will show you 3 things you can do right now to take the next step and get more leads with your online marketing. So click the button, fill in your details, and book a time with me now. So you'll be very instructive of the steps they need to take. And that's it. That's the video. That's all it is. And that script is what many, many good marketers are using. You can see how it's just broken down really easily. And you can write your script and then you can read it. Oh, the thing I didn't tell you is, you know, Corey, when Corey did that, did you think he was reading, or did you think, just type it in the chat, did you think Corey was reading, or did you think Corey was just making it up? I know you all know the answer. He was reading it, but did it look like he was reading it, or did you feel like it was was quite natural. Let's type it in to the chat. Yeah, it looked really natural. Louis reckons he did. I did. I was blown away. I was like, Corey, when he first did it, I said, Corey, how did you remember that? Like, it was on the point. He said, I just read it. I thought, wow, it didn't look like you're reading at all. So that's for all you people out there who think that video is not for you and you don't have the personality, and you don't have to. You just have to read, but you got to put a little bit of enthusiasm, right? If you can't put enthusiasm in it, you know, I don't know, you've got to. I don't want to put anyone down, but you got to try a little bit, okay? Okay, what if I have a physical product and not a service? Very good. What's the product, Louis? That's even more fun than this. Like having a product is so much. Look, I am a service-based business and all I talk about is educational stuff, and I think it's awesome. I love it. But having a product is even better. Cushions. Okay. So let me go back to this then, Louis. The preview. Here. Okay. So, or maybe I should go back to this. Let me show you something, Louis. With a physical product, you have these 3 steps here, okay? So you have top of the funnel, middle, and bottom. This means top of the funnel is the first ad they see. Now that ad for a physical product, you record a video and you demo the product. It's you with an iPhone sitting on a lounge or sitting at your kitchen, and you just say, look, these are the cushions. This is what makes them special. This is the sizing. The colors go well with everything. And whatever's special about your cushions, right? If there's nothing special, then just show it to them. If there's nothing special, just have the video just with the actual cushion, showing it back to front. You don't have to be in the video. You can just have your hands in it, or if you want to, you can be on and you can do a lot more. You can explain it, okay? So if you had, I know a prospect of mine had a new bag and it was for kids, and you pull down one of those, those like skateboard things out of it, and it becomes like a scooter. It becomes a scooter, but it's a bag, and they can pick it up and walk with it, or they can pull the scooter down and they can ride it. Now that's perfect for, demoing it, just showing it and saying, look, this is the scooter, pull it down. This is the kid's hand, and just show it. It opens up. Look how much is inside it. That's the first ad. Anyone who watches that ad, you show them the second ad. And the second ad is saying buy now. It's just an image and it says buy, right? And then the third ad you show them in the sequence is with a discount or an incentive. So 1, 2, 3 ads. That's why you have first ad, second ad, the third ad. So the first ad, they watch it. Anyone who watches that ad or goes to the website doesn't buy. They see the second ad, which just says buy. Anyone who doesn't buy then, they see the third ad that says, okay, I'll give you a discount. Now, typically in e-commerce, the first one's a video because you're trying to get as many people to watch as possible and retarget. The second one is an image because you're only showing that image to the people who watched it. And the third one is an image or a video where you're actually trying to, it's the people that aren't going to buy. So you're like, okay, please buy. I'll give you a discount. Okay. Okay, great. All right. So that, any other questions? Keep typing them in. Okay. Any other questions? So that's kind of how I use video. Okay, and you can see that with my strategy, video is very important. Now, what if you don't like video? What if you don't want to, and there's a lot of people out there. If you're good at writing, you can do this exact same thing with written word. You don't need a video. Video is really good for Facebook, but I've got lots of clients where we don't run videos at all. So it's not like you have to have it. If you wrote a blog post, you could put that in your Facebook funnel as a with a title and a link to the blog post, and people will read it, and some people will. You can then send it as an email. You can't do YouTube, but then you can also post it to social media. Well, you actually can do YouTube. You know what you can do? You can read it out, and then you can have some sort of animation. There's a good app. I've got to get the name of it. They keep showing it to me on Facebook, and it's really cheap. I think it's like $100 to sign up for, but you can have the drawing. Now people draw stuff. Well, it's got all these drawings, and you plot them together with your speech, and then people are watching this thing moving around, but it's you talking. So if that's the kind of person you are, where you don't want to be on camera, you can do that. So they're making those services very, very easy now to put together. So yes, that might take longer. Instead of doing one a week, you might do one every 2 weeks, one every 3 weeks, but you still have no excuse not to make great content and video content as well. Okay. All right. So any other questions? That's kind of all I wanted to share tonight with you. When it comes to video, I do want to tell you something very quickly about this. I actually run a program called the Marketing Roadmap the Marketing Roadmap. It's a 6-month program where you work with me, and over 6 months, I build this with you. All right. So it's a coaching program, and we build your Facebook ad, we build your lead magnet, we build the quiz, we build all this. We teach you how to do video. We teach you how to push the video into all of these, convert them into all of these. We teach you how to do the discovery call, how to do the delivery meeting, how to convert your client. We teach the whole thing. Now, it's not a 6-week course because it's not a quick get-rich-quick scheme. This is a real strategy that I run for my business plus all my clients. So I have a marketing agency, if you don't know who I am. And, when I work with a marketing agency, it's typically $4,000 to $6,000 to build this kind of thing. And then it's like $1,500 to $2,000 a month just for us to run the campaign. So you can see it's like a $12,000 commitment, for the first 3 months alone. And then it's ad spend on top of that. So that's for larger companies. And that's where I do a lot of the testing. But what I do is I take all of that, and I've made the coaching program to teach small business owners to be able to actually do this themselves. And I think that's more powerful than anything. I think a small business owner needs to be the person who knows how to do this. Now, you may hand it off to someone in your team, or you may work with someone in your team to do it, but you need to be across this because this is your business. If you can't do this, then you can't scale your business. I was sitting with another business owner, some business brokers this week, and I showed it to the business owner and the guy that worked with him. And the guy that worked with him understood a bit of online marketing. And he said to the business owner, he said, if we had this, we could grow our business. Because I said to them, this is the other thing I said to them, I said, how many clients do you want a year? And they said, well, we want 60 clients each, so 60 sales of businesses. There's 3 of them, it's 180. And I said, to get those 180 clients, how many meetings do you have to have? So can you see how I'm saying you got 180 clients, so 60 between the 3 of them. Then over here, I said, how many meetings do you have to actually get those? They said, we have about a 50% conversion rate. So I said, now you need 360 meetings. And then we started working our way back. I said, how many? So 360 meetings, then how many discovery calls, But then I said to them, okay, 360 meetings. I said, how many clients did you have this year? And they said 15 because of COVID. So 15 clients. I said, okay, 15 clients. How many meetings did you have? Well, about 30. So we had 30 meetings this year with 15 clients. And in the next 12 months, you want to have 100, 300, 180 clients and 360 meetings. I said, this is where you are and this is where you want to be. How are you going to bridge the gap? I said, well, you could do it with referrals. You could do it with partnerships. You could do it with a whole bunch of things. But how many are they going to give you? An extra 30 clients, maybe all up in a year? So now you're up to just say 50. Where are you going to get the other 130 clients from? And they're like, maybe this. I said, of course this. Like, this is how you're going to get it, like this funnel. Because once you build the funnel, the leads just come in. But then you're nurturing. Actually, Jeff's here. Jeff is actually a friend of mine and actually has been doing this system. And Jeff's about to start doing this section here, the long-term funnel. But this section up here he's been doing. And I'll just read this. Jeff says, welcome to use me as an example. You have been the most successful lead generation system I've used, Jeff. Yeah. What's great about Jeff? So Jeff is kind of the epitome of this. Jeff works with new home buyers, and Jeff helps them buy their first home. And Jeff will find a property for them, and Jeff makes a commission, obviously, on the property. And if there's finance involved, it's a long sales cycle, 6 months probably. But basically, we've been running Facebook ads for Jeff, and Jeff gets 4 leads a week. Hey, Jeff, every week, 4 leads of Facebook. Jeff spent $70 to get 4 leads. And so it's $15 a lead, $15, $16, $17 a lead, and then Jeff calls them. So Jeff will call them and then get them into a discovery call, and then get them into a meeting, and then get them into client. And so Jeff, today we were speaking, he was on the coaching call, and Jeff said, Marlon, I've got, 2 or 3 that have just, after 6 months, have come through, and I've got another 5 or so that are in another stage, which means they've pretty much committed. They're doing it, but it hasn't settled the property. So, it's all working for him. Now, Jeff, unfortunately for Jeff, is a very long sales cycle, but Jeff has got his business structured that way. And today Jeff said, now I want to scale it. So now he gets 4 leads a week for $70. Now Jeff could double that and get 8 leads a week. So, but this system is how Jeff's doing it. And what I love about it is an engine. If you install this engine into your business and you get it working, and I'm not saying it's easy, but it's what I do. It's what Jeff does. It's what all my clients do. You got to put some effort into it, and you got to have skin in the game. But if you do this, then all Jeff has to do now is, instead of spending $70 a week, he spends $140 a week. And then if he wants more, and if Jeff wants to employ someone else, he spends $280 a week, or what's double 140? Yeah, 280, yeah, $280 a week. And so you just keep scaling it up, and it should pretty much scale up as well. All right. So Robert says, my Facebook advertising accounts gets shut down. Yes, been doing image ads, no problem with video, not camera shy, and have a channel, have a great product for online marketers. I can build funnels. What you say adds up. I will connect. Yeah, look, Robert, love to connect with you. I'm the kind of guy, I don't hide any of my IP. I'll tell you all a lesson tonight, if you want to listen, is that my competitors are my friends. And I've learned more of my competitors, and that's made my business better than I've lost to competitors. And so people like Robert, who we obviously compete in some space, I'm sure I could learn something off Robert, and Robert's learned something off me. And I want to encourage everyone that in your industry, if you have competitors, don't see them as a problem. Don't hide from them, embrace them, go out with them, share, to a limited, I don't share my financials and stuff, but this strategy I have, it's my IP, but I give it to everyone. I'm giving it to you. I give it to my competitors, because most people look at it and say, oh, it's good, Marlon, but it's not that good. It's not as good as mine. So even Robert's probably looking at it and saying, good, Marlon, I'll take this and this, but he's not going to take the whole thing, because Robert has his way of doing it. So that's why a great marketing tip for you guys is, when you have competitors, embrace them. I have a guy locally who is my direct competitor. Direct. We do the same thing. And I meet with him on a regular basis. Actually, Jeff, you would know him. It's Liam, from BNI. And we compete directly, but we meet at least once a month. And I've learned so much of him, and he's learned a huge amount off me. And we're friends, and we compare, and we never compete. Like, the world is such a big place. We never compete. All right. So, back to this program. So this is the program. It's over 6 months. We've just relaunched it. I've been doing this for 3 years. I have this agency. So what I do is, that the agency, I do lots of testing, and I spend lots of money, other people's money, and everything that works, I push into this program. And you can see the program, I think you can see this is the program here with all of the modules, and but all of these worksheets that we have, that's how I run my business. So these worksheets here is, when I sit with a client, I fill these worksheets in. This is how I write the Facebook ad. So in this program, you're basically getting my company and how I work with clients, and I give it to you, and I teach you how to do it. But then we have 2 coaching calls a week where you get on, and you actually, I sit with you, and in a group session, and I share your screen, and I change it. I say, it's a good ad, but people aren't going to click on that. And I tell you why, and then I rewrite it with you. So you actually get my best. When I work with a client, they pay me a lot of money to work with them. But when I coach you, you still get me twice a week. If you do the work, I'm there. I will stay for as long as I need to get through what you need done. So you're not paying the premium. You are doing the work yourself, but I think that's good. I think you learning this stuff is very good. So anyway, this is the program. I'll give you a link to it. You guys can just check it out if you like. But I still want more questions. Here's the link to it. You guys can check it out whenever you like. Any other questions that you've got? We've got a few minutes left, so we'll wrap it up. Yeah. Okay. Nothing else. Anything about Facebook, anything about marketing, anything else that you guys want to cover? All right. Well, reach out to me. I think you guys probably have my email or something. If you got any other questions, I think there's a whole bunch of you here that have given me your email because you want the script. Oh, I missed that person. So I will do this after. And all right. I think that's all, guys. I think there's no other questions. I must have done a good job. Thank you. Teleprompter app was a bonus. It is. It's a big one, Andre. It's do you use an autoresponder, Marlon? Yes, I do use an autoresponder. Do you guys want to? Do you want me to go through that? Because I am pretty excited about my autoresponder. I use one called Go High Level. And Go High Level is the best one I've ever come across. I've used Infusionsoft, ActiveCampaign, Ontraport, ClickFunnels. You name it, I have used it. And I'll tell you why I like this one. Okay, let me go through it with you. App.GoHighLevel. I'll just do it really quickly. There's some things you can do in here that you can't do in any, and it's very affordable. It's $97 a month, and you get everything. Unlimited users, unlimited contacts, everything. Which one should I show you? I'll do this one. All right, so what I love about this app is if you look here at contacts, it does two-way SMS, okay? So let's just have a look here. So if you look here, you can send an SMS. So it automatically sends SMSs to people, that kind of thing. And then you can respond and just write an SMS and then click send, and it goes directly to that person on their phone. And when they respond, it comes back in here. Now, this is probably unsuccessful. We've been testing this one. I haven't actually launched, but we're testing. And this is a list of all the emails going out and that kind of thing. But yeah, two-way SMS. None of the platforms do that. Some of them do one way, but not. That's very powerful. Obviously, email. What I love about it is it has a sales pipeline, which a lot of them don't have sales pipelines. So you're able to track all of your leads with this. It also has a scheduling component, which is Calendly. So you can replace Calendly. You don't pay for that. You don't need a CRM. It's a CRM with a sales pipeline. It's got everything. It's got marketing automation, and it's got amazing marketing automation. Now, it's not as complex as Infusionsoft, but it's got the basic stuff that we all need as small business owners. I'll tell you the thing that it has that almost none of them have, and that is when you do a webinar, which, because I do lots of webinars, and when you do a webinar, you can do this. You can say, send immediately, send before 48 hours. So it knows the date of the webinar. So it knows the webinar is on this date, October 22nd. And then it says, send this 48 hours before. Send an email 48 hours before. Send an SMS 48 hours before. Then 24 hours before. Then 4 hours before. Then 15 minutes before. Then 18 hours after. You just can't do that in all these other ones. So two-way SMS, so you can actually have a conversation with people. This ability to have a fixed date and send emails before and after. And it's a full-on sales pipeline with marketing automation built in. It's $97 a month, unlimited everything. Infusionsoft, they're like $50 an extra user, $150 for an extra 2,000 subscribers. It's crazy. Okay, so look, I use Infusionsoft. Like I showed you that client, we're using it. I don't think any of them are bad. I'm just saying this one just does everything I need. Because remember, the businesses I work with and what I do is very much around this sales pipeline. So the lead comes in, and if we miss the call, we drag that across, okay, and we plonk it there, and you watch this. And And what happens is an automated email gets sent out and an SMS gets sent out and say, hey, I tried to call you and I missed you. I'll try again tomorrow. And then when I call and I miss them, we drag this across and another email, another SMS gets sent out saying, I missed you. And then, when we get through to them, we drag here and we say, that they've made their frame to fit call. That's a call that they do. And then they book the strategy call. And if they missed it, we drag it here and it sends an SMS. Hey, you missed it. Can you, so there it is there. See this? So I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's an SMS I just got because I dragged it into the missed call. And so I've got an SMS here and that came from, it says, hi, Marlon, it's Corey here from Infinite Intelligence Academy. I just tried calling you because you requested our ebook. I'm hoping we can arrange a discovery call. Please feel free to book in a time at here or call me back on this number. And they call back. Oh, and when they call back, it rings. It rings on here and it records it in their profile that they called. So it records in the profile that they actually called. And so you can call them back. And the other thing that's good about it, you click this. So you go here, you click this, and it calls them. It's amazing. It's got all of that. It's just such a small amount of money that you pay. All right, guys. I think that's pretty much it. There's a few of you left. Any other questions before we wrap it up? Anything else? No? All right. Well, thanks, guys. Lots of questions. I loved it. It was really entertaining for me. Thanks, Andre. Look, if you have any questions, contact me via the email. I'll just put my email or phone number. If you do want to call me, there's my phone number and there's my email. Happy to just have a chat. Like, if you want to call, if you want to call me, I'm happy to talk to you. I mean, we spent an hour together. I'm not going to try and sell you anything unless you ask about it. Just happy to have a chat. And anyone that reaches out, if they're serious and I'm happy to help because, I believe it comes back to you some way. So if you got any questions, just give me a call. Okay, Robert, I'm sure I'll speak to you. If there's anything else, and then tell me as well, email me or anything, what other topics you want to talk about. So I'm going to be trying doing this every week until Christmas. So I obviously need a little bit of help around topics, but I think what I'm going to do this week. So I talked about my funnel last week. This week I talked about the video component. And what I'll probably do next week is talk about the lead magnet, how to create a lead magnet that is compelling, that gets people to actually download, because most people's lead magnets are hopeless and no one cares. And so you just waste your money on Facebook ads. I've done a few for me that have been amazing. And I've also done lots for clients that have been amazing. So I'll probably do the talk on that. And every week we'll probably take a section of this and talk about it. All right, guys. Great chatting. Call me tomorrow or the day after if you want to. Look, I hope you do something with Facebook, and I hope your business grows, and I hope you're prosperous. It's hard times we're in, and Facebook done the right way can really help your business. All right. Have a great week. Speak to you soon.